Anybody having big problems with the medical bills and medical situation through this whole coronavirus mess? I'm going to be talking with Rick Manning, who's the president of Americans for Limited Government, next, about what's happening with the medical situation. 1 in 5 Americans suffer from a surprise medical bill. Wow. And even to fix problems on site. They have their Watch the video I sent when you have time. All right, I'll take a look. Your family is safe for just $25. Call 800-3400 today. Autumn Air Home Services. Comfort in every corner. ED 1 in 5. Wow. Expensive drugs. Mills Pharmacy offers a money-saving alternative to Viagra. I get a surprise medical bill. It's going to the trash. See ya. Get a cost savings on the 20 milligrams. I mean, really. $2 a pill. Prescription required. Mills Pharmacy. 205-823-9500. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute on News Radio 1. I didn't realize surprise medical bills were such a thing. What do you mean, like, oh my gosh, what's this bill? Like that kind of surprise? Like, where's this coming from? I didn't even know about this. Really? All right, we're going to find out more about surprise medical bills and what's being done about it. Acres of recreational waterway. A beautiful one. Rick is standing by. All right, very good. Lake was divided into all dockable lakefront lots to be sold one day only, Saturday, June 6th. Lake property in Coleman County is premium because of its close proximity and easy drive from Birmingham, and ours is closer than most. Example: 2 acres, dockable lakefront, just $59.9. Take the video tour at 877bigview.com, then call for an invitation to visit us on June 6th at our Thanks, CJ. Mike, that's crazy, man. I know. Premiums are high for medical insurance, no doubt. I don't know what the answer is, but yeah. So thankful Judy works for the state, driving a Hoover City school bus. Great medical benefits with that state.
This report is sponsored by All New Dale Seasoning Gold Label.
7:52 at News Radio 105.5 WERC. Have you ever gotten a surprise medical bill and gone, what the heck? We'll talk a little bit more about this all the way next after traffic and weather together. Here's Captain Carl.
Traveling on I-65, it's a good ride leaving Shelby County. Had to go through Hoover.
Brenda, I received a medical bill from Coleman Regional and have never been there. What? How does that work?
Around the downtown area, looking good there, as well as your ride around Fairfield and Inslee.
Yeah, CJ, I hope you're right. Trump coming down hard on all this craziness. Of course.
Leeds and Irondale, 59 through Trustville's in good shape, and so far, no problems on Highway 280 from Chelsea up to.
Get a little education next year with Rick Manning on this.
Every 10 minutes, all morning long. Your next report at 8 on News Radio 105.5.
How does that happen?
Birmingham, you just gotta try.
People just in these billing departments go, oh, why don't we send one out to this person here, see if they'll pay it.
Just pour it on. Burgers, chicken, steak, even French fries. Try Dale Seasoning's new Gold Label. Your family's gonna love it.
We finally made it to the weekend, and it's looking pretty good. Let's check in with Mickey Ferguson at 5-6. How about it, Mickey?
It is looking pretty good. We've got a slight chance of some.
Looks like it's going to rain here in Hoover.
Mid-80s, but going.
But nice all weekend. Boy, nice. Hey, Pam. Good morning.
Lows tonight near 65 degrees, and highs for Saturday and Sunday in the low to mid-80s. Mostly sunny skies and low humidity.
And did I miss you?
Close to 60
I am
degrees.
so sorry. Good morning.
That's tough to beat for this time of the year. From the WVRC First Alert Weather Center, I'm Mickey Ferguson for Alabama's Morning News.
And right now we do have partly cloudy and 66. News Radio 105.5 WERC.
And you're up.
7:53, it is Alabama's Morning News. I'm JT, and joining us now, the president of Americans for Limited Government, Rick Manning, is here to talk about the surprise medical bills and what's going on with this and how the president and this organization can do something about it. So, Rick, good morning. Thank you for being with me, first of all.
Thank you for having me, JT. Really appreciate your time. And surprise medical billing is going to become a hot topic over the next couple of weeks, and so it's great to be on the air.
Yeah, I do want to get, for folks that aren't really familiar with this or have never seen it, sometimes I'll get a medical bill, but it comes from a place where I have been, and maybe there's a charge on there that shouldn't be, and you call them and take care of it, and boom, boom, boom. But, I'm Facebook Living every day now from 7 till 8, and a lot of our folks that are on Facebook Live now are sending me messages saying, 1 in 5 Americans get surprise medical bills. One lady even said, I got a bill from a hospital I'd never even been to before, so did not realize this was such a big thing. But how and why is this happening so much?
Well, because a lot of times you'll get test results from one hospital, and you'll get results on lab work from another place, and the billing isn't consolidated in the healthcare system, and that's actually a good thing. But and so you'll get a bill for lab work, and you don't have any idea the lab work was even done. So so people get bills and they aren't consolidated. And quite honestly, the biggest problem is that the health insurers sit there and say we're only going to pay the X amount for that service. In many instances, that actually doing the service costs more money than the health insurers will reimburse. And so you have what this really comes down to is the battle between the health insurers and the healthcare providers. And the healthcare providers have a desire to get paid for their work and be able to make a profit, and the health insurers have a limited amount they're going to pay for it. And when those two things meet, what's been happening is the customer's been getting the overlap money, and that's been billed to the customers. And the president's trying to do something about it. Congress is trying to do something about it. And the question is, are they going to mess up what they do?
Well, I mean, you get the government involved, and the odds are it's not going to go real smooth, and there will be big problems with it, and there'll be more problems than currently exist. But you're right; it does. I have seen that before, where all of a sudden, maybe this is what I was missing. I thought surprise medical bills were something like this one woman described. I've never even been to the hospital. I don't know why I got a bill from them, but yeah, I have seen a bill come to my house as well, where insurance was supposed to pay it, but the process between them, the provider, and the insurance company hadn't been worked through yet. So they just, I guess the computer automatically sends it out at a certain point, no matter what's been worked out, and you get the bill and it's like, 13 grand, what? And then all of a sudden you call and go, no, they haven't worked it out yet. You're fine. Don't worry about it. But are some people really getting into a situation, though, with these surprise medical bills where they're not getting any answers or any solutions?
Yeah, the challenge is this. There is when the insurer says we're going to pay you $50 for a service that costs $500, the health provider sits there and says, wait a second, well, I need to get paid the $500. And you get a notification that says, well, your health insurer paid 50 of it, but it costs 500, so you need to pay 450. And so it's basically the health providers, the doctors, and the lab technicians and the like, who are in loggerheads with the health insurers. The health insurers want to set what the price for all medicine is, and they don't really care what the actual cost of providing it is. And so it's fight between the two. And here's what they should be doing. What Congress should do is they should pass legislation that takes the customer out of that system.
Yes.
If there's a fight between the health insurer and the provider, between the cost of medicine, that should not become the patient's problem. It should become a problem between those two. And there should be an arbitration system set up where they go and they fight about it in front of a judge who then decides what gets paid to who. That makes sense. What has been proposed by many in Congress is a system which essentially sides with the health insurers and says, we're going to set up a national system for how much it's going to cost. And in that national system, if the health providers don't make any money, well, too bad. And that's and nationalizing the payment systems for health care has been called by the congressman who's the head of the House Energy and Commerce Committee, Frank Pullen from New Jersey, has been called a pathway to their socialized medicine scheme, to the Medicare for All. So that's what the Democrats and Pelosi are pushing, is a pathway to Medicare for All, where there's where they rate set from the federal government. We need to make certain that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I would imagine that this is going to have to be a congressional move. The Senate's going to have to be involved. The president is going to have to approve or veto whatever comes across his desk. But I would think that the president will bring common sense to the room when the Democrats hate common sense in a room, and he's going to put the hammer down. So, well, let's stay in touch, Rick, on this one, because a lot of people obviously are going through a mess like this with the insurance companies or the providers. So solutions needed, that's for sure. Thanks again, Rick. At 7:59, Alabama's Morning News. Leah, traffic and weather together. Top of the news with Fox. Top of the hour news with Fox coming up in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us.
News Radio 105.5 WERC.
Hey, Scott Molden. Good morning. Hey, Les. How are you? How about you? Mike, apparently in the battle with the providers and the insurance companies trying to figure all that out. I mean, Yeah, we do have a dog in the hunt, but, we shouldn't be the ones thrown under a rock,
Hey, how are
or
you?
under the bus, rather, when it doesn't go the way that either one of those folks don't like it, the provider or the insurance company. So,
Countless others.
yeah, all right. Moving on next hour, John Decker's